Hey guys, it's Christy and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we have a Black Friday makeup haul. So before we get into it, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, so I will admit I do have a couple straggler packages to come in, but I did not want to wait. So let's just get into this one and we will talk about the others as they come in. So let's start with my Huda Beauty order. And I did pick up a backup of the Silk Balm. This is just one of my very favorite liquid lip balms. I just love this so much. I've already gone through a mini. I'm halfway through my full size. I thought it would be good to have a backup because this is a product I do tend to go through. I have the shade Blush. This one is also my favorite. So very happy to have a backup of this one. It feels pretty good. I don't typically keep a lot of backups of makeup. I do not need them, but this is a product I consistently go through. So definitely wanted a backup of one of these. I also picked up the Power Bullet Cream Glow lipstick in this shade Honey Bun. So I believe this formula in particular was released last year and I was just kind of curious to test it out. So this is what the tube looks like. And of course it is just a really pretty pinky nude shade. This is from the Sweet Nudes line. So I'm really excited to play with these as well. I also picked up a couple of the Glowish blushes, the Cheeky Vegan blushes. So the first one I have is Caring Coral. Looks very, very pretty. Looks like a really pretty everyday blush, maybe on the brighter side, but I thought that would be really pretty. And I also picked up the shade Berry Juicy, which is definitely on the deeper side, definitely going to be more of a this time of year kind of shade. I just think these look so pretty. I've been wanting to try these for quite a while, and I will say they are really tiny, but I kind of like that. I mean, it's a blush. I'm not likely to go through it, so I really do like that they're kind of tiny. I will say I did also order the Glowish bronzer and they forgot to put it in my box. So they are sending me another one. So I will have that eventually, just unfortunately not with this order. And I also picked up from Kayali the Discovery Layering Set. So this has 8 minis of the Kayali fragrances. So it just looks like this. So in this you get the Vanilla 28, the Musk 12, the Deja Vu White Flower, the Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, the Utopia Vanilla Cocoa, the Invite Only Amber, Eden Juicy Apple, and Love Fest Burning Cherry. I've just been wanting a new fragrance for a while. Just something new to play with, but I've also had my eye on the Kayali fragrances for a while, mostly because the packaging of them is super beautiful, so I thought it would be really fun to pick up this set and kind of play around and figure out which ones I like the best before committing to a full size. With the exception of the bronzer, that is it for my Huda order. From Pat McGrath, I picked up the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. So I've used this a couple times and I've been loving it. So this is regularly $92 Canadian and it was on sale right before Black Friday for $37. So of course I jumped on it. This is one that people have been raving about for years. I just needed to know the hype, and with that kind of steep price discount, I had to know. So this is a very liquidy formula. I did pick up the shade Light too. So this is definitely a more light to medium coverage foundation. Definitely a little bit more toward the light side. It's definitely more sheer, which is the exact opposite of the concealer, which is very full coverage. But I think this is really, really nice. I like the way it sits on the skin. It's very lightweight. It looks very skin-like. I really do think it's a great foundation. There are still some I like more. I do prefer a bit more coverage, but I really do think this is a great foundation in general. I think the bottle in the packaging is very high-end. It's a very heavy frosted glass bottle with the black acrylic lid, gold pump. I do think it looks very high-end, looks very expensive. I don't think it's worth a $92 price point, but I think it's absolutely worth it for the $37 that I paid. Moving into Charlotte Tilbury, I picked up 2 products. One is a brand new product. This is the Pillow Talk Crystal Dimension eyeliner. I'm wearing this today and I think it's very, very pretty. It is more of a duochrome liner. It describes itself as having a pink to gold shift. I see more of a pink to green personally, but I do think it's very pretty. The formula seems really good so far, and this is just what it looks like, and it comes in this type of brush tip. So it is very easy to control. I like it. It was very easy to apply, which I did enjoy. So I am definitely going to continue to play with this because I really like it. I really like this simple pink liner look that I created today. Definitely more on the subtle side, but I really do like it, and I liked how easy this was to apply. So I'm looking forward to playing with this more. And I also picked up the Dreamy Superstar Glow Kit. So this comes with a mini of 2 of her light wands. So you get the highlighter in Spotlight and the blush in Pinkgasm. And I will say, these are tiny. If I hadn't got a discount on these, I don't think they would be worth it just because they are so tiny. So just be aware of that. I would not recommend buying this set full price. I would recommend only purchasing this little kit if you can get a discount because these are super tiny. And the last product for this haul is from Sephora, and this is a product that was 50% off, and this is the Natasha Denona Biba palette. So if you're familiar with my channel, you know I've wanted this one for a long time. The Mini Biba is my favorite palette of hers. I talk about that one all the time as well. It's my favorite. But this one I have been dying for. So this is one of her larger palettes. It is very, very pricey. I love a good neutral palette. I love a good neutral moment. I had to pick this up. This was 50% off at Sephora. It sold out really quickly. But I'm so excited to finally have this in my collection. Looking at the color story, I think it's beautiful. I think the formula is all of her excellent Natasha formula. And I know that the pans in these are obviously a lot larger than her midi palettes, but this palette is one that I genuinely feel could have been a midi. I have no idea why it's so giant. I'm glad I paid the 50% off price point for it, but I do think it's beautiful, and I am so, so glad to have this in my collection. And that is it for my Black Friday haul. I do, like I said, have a few more items to come, but this is definitely the bulk of my orders. We will talk about those as they come in. Thank you so very much for watching. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload at least 3 new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!